today we will discuss human eye and the colorful world. Eye is the one of the second most complicated organ in our body. It can distinguish about 7 millions of color. Clear? Lot many investigation is going on regarding this eye. But still we are unable to understand fully how different parts of eye are interlinked with each other, how they coordinate, how as a team they do their work. Still the complete investigation is going on, but still full information is not available to us. We have discussed about eye, lens, retina. We also discussed retina, rod cell, cone cell. Now, in this period, we will try to understand about the prism and the behavior of prism with lights. Then we will pay attention on the light, wavelength, frequency, energy. After that, what do you mean by dispersion? And finally, recombinations of light. Clear? So, let's start our class. We know whenever light is coming from a source, as a source I am using here sun. The ultimate source of light is sun in our earth. So from sun, some light is coming. 4 to 5 events, possible events are there. First one is light is coming. This is whenever light is coming by the particle of air, light can scatter. For example, here lot many particles of air are there. Light just fall on the particle, so it can little bit move, it can little bit split. This is known as the scattering. So first one I can say scattering. Whenever light falls on a surface, if the second medium is not transparent, then light will return back. So second one is reflection. Okay, light is coming from the source to the object. This is known as the transmission. Fourth one is if the ray is little bit transparent, either full transparent or semi-transparent, then light will come inside, at least a part of light will come. That is known as refraction. And last one is whatever the medium, it may be transparent or opaque or semi-transparent, always it will absorb some amount of energy. That is known as the absorptions. So these 5 events are always associated whenever light is coming from a source to any object. Clear? Even with our eye also, all the 5 events is going on continuously. Your eye can take some amount of light, that is the refraction. Your eye can absorb some amount of light, that is the reason we feel some hotness in our eye whenever we are for a long time watching anything. So and other events are equally possible for our eyes. Today we will mainly discuss, in the first chapter of light we have explained this reflection and this refraction, first chapter of light. Today also we will discuss this refraction, but today in the discussion of refraction we will have an instrument, that is prism. So refraction and prism, their interrelationship, their behavior mainly will be discussed in our class. First topic is refraction of light through prism. Clear? Dear cadets, let's check in 1666, a famous scientist, you all know the name, Newton, performed this experiment with white light and this prism. Clear? Simply, he allowed the white light to fall on the prism, and after investigation he came to know light suffers some bending. Light, if no prism is there, then light have to go in this direction. But finally light is going like this. So some bending is there. But he also find out that white light splitted into some distinguished color like red and until is violet. Thus Newton gave a conclusion that colors already present in light. Before this discovery, people was unaware that light also may have, white light also may contain, or inside the white light many colors is there. This concept was not there before this experiment. So in your book also such type of one picture you will experience. Okay? So white light is going, after a refraction through the prism, it splitted into some colors. Clear? As you can now experience the skin also, it splitted into some colors. Very good. Now, dear cadets, many people have misconception. They are believed white color means only 7 color. It is wrong. Actually, there are millions of colors, but based on the frequency and the wavelength, there is million possibilities of colors. But we divide the all possible color into main 7 categories. Clear? That is, you know, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. But lot many other possible color is also there. Fundamental 7 color is there, main. So now we will try to understand, first of all, why light bend. Then we will try to understand why they create this many colors. Okay? So first try to understand about white light. Then we will try to understand the behavior of white light with the prism. Clear? So in your book also same picture you will get. Whatever our topic, refraction of light through prism. Through prism, how light refract. Okay? How light can move through prism, let's try to understand. Okay. Already I have drawn one prism. After that, let's take any ray. Suppose this is my incoming ray, or I can say one my incident ray. Clear? From the first chapter, you know, for better understanding of ray, you should draw a normal at the point of incident. So on this plane, at this particular incident point, this is the possible normal. Yes? Very good. Now you tell me, suppose outside medium is air and this prism is mostly glass. Which is more denser? Glass is more denser. As glass is more denser, then light will not go in the well designed path. It will bend little bit, and it will bend towards the normal or away from the normal. As it is denser, that's why light will bend towards the normal. So light will not go in this path, light will bend towards this normal. And finally, suppose light is go like this. For simplicity, we are only drawing this straight line parallel to the base. Then again, from this point, ray will go out to air. Now from glass again it is going out in air. It means from denser medium it is going to rarer medium. So now light cannot go in the well designed path. Previous path have to be changed. Now let's draw the normal at that point. So that is my normal. That is my normal. Okay, so let's draw the normal by two different color. This is my first normal and that is my second normal. Okay, I can give name n dot first normal. Okay, now this is not required. And second normal is m dot. Clear? Now how light will go? So let's check. As from denser medium it is coming into rarer medium, so light will try to go away from the normal. So it means it will away from the normal. This is my normal. Away from the normal means it will go like this. Clear? Now I can give the name like A, B, C, D. So thus light is passing through the prism. Now let's give the name of the prism. Suppose P, Q, R is our prism. And the ray is A, B, C, D. Clear? Now, try to understand about angle of deviation. What is angle of deviation? Now try to understand. Dear cadets, if let's take some different color. Okay. Dear cadets, if this prism was not present, then the incoming ray, that means light AB, should go like this. That is the path. But because of presence of this prism, finally light is going in that direction. It means light is going in that direction. So my light suffer a shift or a deviation of this much. In place of going in that path, light is going such a way. It means this much deviation is there in the light. This is known as the, because it is angle, this is known as the angle of deviation. It is denoted by such delta sign or by capital D sign. Clear? So angle of deviation, if came in exam, you have to draw prism, incoming ray, normal, outgoing ray, and the difference in the angle, that is the angle of deviation. Clear? You can mention this is incident ray, that is emergent ray. Okay, that is emergent ray. Like this you have to draw the diagram. Clear? Next, how to find angle of deviation. Okay, how to find out? Is activity is there in your book. I have mentioned the page number also in book. If you find out page number 192, there are 1-2 activity even when you are coming in physics lab. This is the first 1 or 2 experiment in your physics lab. So let's try to solve try to do the activity. Okay. So first of all, we will do this activity. We need a prism. Okay. What are the required material is? First we have to take a prism. So let's take, and on a page, in a white page, make some line and keep your prism there. So let's keep our prism. Suppose this is my prism. Okay. Now, so white page you have taken, you make a just straight line, then you put your prism. Next, what to do? After that, at any point, you mark any point, you displace the prism and mark any point. And at that point, you make a normal. By scale, just make a straight line, normal. Clear? So this is my normal. Now making some, by your equators, suppose you take 40 degree angle. For example, you take 40 degree angle and make a straight line. So from the normal, make 40 degree, and after that, in that point and that particular point we join. Clear? Very good. After this, take 2 needles. In lab, needles is available. You take 2 needles and place on that path. Clear? Now come to the another side. Suppose my prism is A, B, C. Okay? Now come to another side and keep your eye here and try to find out the image of these 2 pin. Pin 1, pin 2 is there. Try to find out image of the pins in this side. Slowly rotate your eye. Wherever you will got the image of first pin, you keep a pen and make a drop there. Suppose I am getting here image of first pin. Again you follow, you will get image of second pin in such a point. So now remove the prism from the place. Remove it. Then you join this incident line and these 2 pin point. Suppose this is our pin point. Pin image is here. So this is P1 image. That is pin 2 image. Okay. Now you join these 2 lines. So if you join by scale, it will be like this. If you join like this. So now what happened, dear cadets? The ray have to come in this path. Ray is coming like that. So ray should go like this. But finally ray is coming like that. So now by putting a equator on this straight line, you can find out this much angle. That will be our deviation. I told either small d or delta sign, you can represent it. Clear? In higher class, you will come to know, and in class 12, okay, there is lot of study regarding this prism, and the formula will be there. We have to derive some formula. I will just tell you the value of the deviation. We will not derive now. For a lens, This angle is known as the, if this is our prism, this angle is known as the prism angle. Okay? Prism angle. Generally denoted by capital A sign. So angle is denoted by A sign. Okay? Second thing is, by which material this prism prepare, it have some refractive index that we are considering mu. If this two value we know, that means if we know mu and if you know A, then you can write the expression for deviation. This deviation, that will be mu minus 1 into A. Clear? So this is one expression for deviation. There is one more expression. Again in class 12 it will come. What is that? If you consider the incident ray as I, okay, finally emergent ray, this is the normal, so that is the final emergent ray, E, then you can write deviation equal to I, this is I, plus E, emergent angle with the normal, minus A, that is the angle of deviation. So like this also, these two fundamental equations is there. In class 12 we will learn about the derivation. By that we can find out the how much light deviate when it passes from a prism. Clear?
Green is not visible.
Dispersion of white light by a glass prism. First, try to understand the meaning of the term. Okay? Dispersion means what? We know white light contains so many colors. Yes? Although it is white light, but inside many color is there. Red is there, green is there, yellow is there, violet is there. So many colors are there. Okay? But how to find out, how to split this color from white light? That study, that event is known as the dispersion. Okay? So the study in which we pay attention that how white light can split into its component color is known as the dispersion. We know prism can do this. That is the reason in the study of dispersion, prism is one of the most known term in physics. Okay? Now are you willing to go for the derivation? Let's move. Clear? Let's try to do some. The separation, just whatever I told, it is written here. Separation of visible lights into different colors is known as the dispersion. Okay? Let's try to understand what is this and how actually it happens. Okay? Now, before I start the dispersion, try to understand what about any musical instrument. For example, I have taken here guitar. Okay? Now, if we touch different tones or different, where then different sound will come? Yes or no? Let's check. If we change the color, then the sound will be changed. Yes or no? So two things is there. First of all, the thickness of the wire and thickness, and second of all the tension, the force by which it is pulled. So two things matters here. Because of these two, tension and the thickness, TT, the frequency of the sound that coming out from the device is different. So different sound means different frequency. Clear? In class 9 you have learned in sound chapter a formula V equal to nu lambda, where V is the wave sound velocity, nu is its frequency, and lambda is the wavelength. If frequency of different sound is different, then lambda will have to be different. What is the wavelength? Wavelength, you know, for a trans wave, separation between these two peaks is the wavelength. So if frequency is different, then wavelength will be also different. Okay. It is true for light also. Light is also a wave. Here different sound means different wavelength. Similarly, for light also, different colors means different wavelength. Okay? For light of red, wavelength is more. So this wavelength is more for red, and this wavelength is least for violet. Okay? How much for violet? It is 400 nanometer. This distance is 400 nanometer. Nanometer, you know, 1 nanometer means 10 to the power minus 9 meter. Nanometer is the smaller unit of length. For red light, this distance is maximum 700 to 760 nanometer it can be, approximately. Clear? So different color means different wavelength. Slowly if you come this violet side, wavelength will decrease. And you know from this expression, if wavelength increase, then frequency decrease. It means wavelength and frequency is vice versa. So wavelength is minimum for violet, then frequency is maximum for violet, and wavelength is maximum for red, so frequency will be minimum for red. Yes or no? Now you have learned that energy of a radiation is h nu. Whose nu is more? Whose nu is more? For violet. Whose frequency is less? For red. Yes or no? That is the reason violet and red light energy is more than energy of red ray. Clear? Any red light, any violet light will be more powerful because it is frequency more, so energy is also more. Okay? So from the understanding, from the discussion, we can make some conclusion that different color means different wavelength. Yes or no? Different wavelength. Now let's put this concept in the understanding of dispersion. Okay? So dear cadets, till now whatever we learned, let's summarize it. We have learned in class 9 and now also that velocity equal to frequency into wavelength. Okay? Very good. This is in our class 9 we have learned. In class 10 whatever we have learned? We have learned that velocity again maybe velocity of light we learn c by mu, because mu definition, can you believe, mu equal to c by v, so we can write v equal to mu by c. So in class 10 we have learned this. Now let's compile your 9th and 10th understanding. Then we can write that nu into lambda equal to c by mu. Yes or no? If we make some conclusion from this line, it will come that mu and lambda inversely proportional. Yes or no? Or we can write mu and lambda is inversely proportional. Okay? Now, in the just 2-3 slides before, we have learned that deviation of light, that we denoted by d or by delta, equal to mu minus 1 by into a. Just now we learned. Clear? So, just put this concept. If mu will be less, if lambda is more, because they are inverse. If lambda is more, mu will be less. If lambda is less, mu will be more. So I can write mu, matlab refractive index will be less if lambda is more. Similarly, we can write refractive index will be more if wavelength is less. Now put this concept for bending understanding. In last class, whatever we have learned, violet color have minimum wavelength, violet have minimum wavelength, and red have maximum wavelength. Okay, so just write this. Violet wavelength is minimum, red wavelength is maximum. Yes or no? Good. Now tell me, for violet, wavelength is minimum. Wavelength is minimum. Then mu will be maximum. So we can write, so mu is maximum. For red, wavelength is more, maximum. So mu will be less, minimum. So I can write for red, mu is what? Minimum. Clear? Now finally use this formula. That deviation is mu minus 1 into a. So if mu is more, then deviation will be more. By this expression, it is clear that deviation will be more if mu is more. Now mu is more, maximum for violet. So for violet, deviation will be maximum, and for red, deviation will be minimum. Yes or no? For violet, deviation is max, and for red, deviation is minimum. That is the reason here violet color, right, is came like this. Let's change the color. Light came like that. This is willing to go. Violet color bend this much distance, but red color bend only that much distance. because this is the deviation of red color, and that is, this angle is the deviation of violet color. Violet so much deviation because of all this thing whatever we learn in slide place 1, place 2 and place 3. It is not easy. It's little complicated. Many concepts are there. You have to write in copy, then only it will be clear. Why violet so maximum and why red so minimum deviation, lot many concepts required. And others color deviation is in between, so they are getting placed in between the red and violet. Clear? So that is the thing. In white color many wavelengths are there. Yellow, blue, violet, red, all color are there. But their wavelength is different. That's why for each of the color, this prism will give different refractive index. I am again telling you, for different color, wavelength is different, so mu will be different. Clear? That is the reason their deviation will also be different, because it depends on medium. Now one general question comes, that sir, we tell glass refractive index is 1.33. We never mention it is for which color. You are telling if color change, then mu will also change, because they have this relation. Then why sir? Always you are telling refractive index of glass is 1.33. What is the middle color? Generally middle color is yellow. Yellow is the middle color. That's why whenever you are telling this glass have refractive index 1.33 or water have refractive index 1.4, whatever you are telling, it means we are using the middle color. Means we are telling about the yellow color. If in book written this object have refractive index this or whatever, remember that is true only for yellow color. That is the middle color. Middle is yellow. So that is true for the yellow color. We take yellow as a reference because it is in middle. Understood? You need to note down the things one by one. Then only it will be clear. Okay? So finally this is the dispersion of light. White light came, but it actually compiled lot many other colors. Different color means different wavelength. Different wavelength means different refractive index. Different refractive index means different bending. That's why violet have to suffer maximum bending, but red have to suffer minimum bending. That is the dispersion of light. Hope you understood.
Sir,
If you are unable to understand, you can make comment under the video. I will try to clarify. Next topic is recombination of spectrum. Okay? Recombination means something segregated. You can again merge them. For example, whatever we have seen now, you have taken a prism, you give white color. Then white color splitted into all 7 colors, starting with red, ending with violet. Question is, can we again merge them? And can we again make these all lights after mixing? Can we again prepare white light? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. And this is known as the recombination. Again the rays are combined. And this type of study is known as the spectrum. when a composite light splitted into its component, then and by eye you are watching it and taking some notes in your copy, then that type of study is known as the spectrum study. Yes? So can this spectrum can merge? Yes, it can merge. How? Let's try to understand. So let's take a lens like this, and I have taken an incoming ray. You know, the ray will bend. First, suppose this is red, and next I have taken violet. Yes or no? So better to use red and violet color. So first is red color, suppose go like this. The bending is there. Bending is there. They are not following the exact path. Bending is there. Next, so a ray is going like that. After that, if you draw a normal here, it are willing to go like in that way, but it is rarer medium, so it will go away from the normal. So red is coming like that. Okay. Let us take our second color, that is the violet. So violet have to suffer more violet have to suffer more deviation, so little bit more deviation I have given here. Clear? Now how to march? Very simple. Again I have to give opposite bending of two rays, then they can again come back to the own place. It means if I take again another prism like this, then what will happen? Red color, red light will come, and this is the normal, this is more denser, this is lighter, so it will go close to the normal. If you go close to the normal, it will meet like this. Now take violet color. Now take violet color. It will also go. Let's take this one as a violet. It will go and meet here. You can draw normal here. Now it is denser, so little bit bending towards the normal will be there. Let's draw this is the normal for better understanding. So ray will come and meet here again. Okay? Actually, prism actually like this. Okay, so my second ray also coming, and second ray is going and meeting here, red also coming. So again red and violet meet, so finally they will emerge as a white color. Clear? So by using, again finally they will emerge as a white color. Simple thing, how much bending they suffer towards the down, same bending we have to produce towards the up. Then only, whatever, if it is 30 degree, here also I have to see 30 degree. How this possible? You have to take two identical prisms, same type of prism exactly, and you have to keep such a way for first prism base is down, for next prism base is up, and you have to keep these two surfaces parallel to each other. They are parallel. So if we make arrangement like this, both the parallel base and parallel side and identical, so one is parallel base and sides. Second is identical prism. Both prisms are same. Then same bending will come first for downwards and then for upwards. So they will again come in the well mentioned place and they will merge and produce the white color. So that is the picture. White and red, the shifting, the bending of the color, and again they are merging. In your book also same diagram is given. Clear? Now our last topic today is rainbow. You know rainbow? Let's try to understand what a rainbow is and how it forms. For understanding of rainbow, we have to go back to the concept that we have learned in chapter 1 of light. That is total internal reflection. Okay? The concept is dear cadets, in this picture you have seen, here we are using a laser light. But water is coming slowly. Inside the water, light is trapped actually. Matlab light is there, but it is trapped inside the water. You should ask yourself the question, why light is not going like this? Why instead of that, light came, again return back, again go, again come back, again go, again come back. It means light is unable to leave the system. Again it have to come back to the own frame. This type of reflection is known as the total internal reflection that you have learned in chapter 1 of light. Two condition is there for total internal reflection. Condition 1, light have to come from denser medium to rarer medium. देखो, from water light is coming towards the air. So water is denser to rarer. Condition 1 fulfill. Condition 2, angle of incident that we known as the theta of I should be bigger than the critical angle. Okay? What is critical angle? You may know it. If you give some ray, suppose this is your incident angle, this is denser, that is rarer medium. Rarer medium, light will go away from the normal. If you increase the angle, again it will go away. Again increase the angle, it will go again away. So for a particular angle, they will go exactly like this. It means if we increase the angle more than this value, then light have to come inside the water. So that particular angle is known as the critical angle. Okay? So incident angle will be more than critical angle and rays have to come from denser to rarer. Then such trapping of light will be there, known as total internal reflection. How? By the water drops, this type of trapping is possible, or total internal reflection, how? Responsible for this rainbow, try to understand. Our sun ray is coming, it fall on the water droplet in this particular point. You know air is rarer and water is denser, so ray will not go in that path. It will bend close to the normal, and this is the light. Now we know when light come inside the prism, it divide into red and violet. So first one is red, next one is violet. It came here, and this angle of incident I is more than critical angle. Just now I told, if angle of incident is more than critical angle, then light will not go. Again it will come back. So it happens, that's why light came back. So our first is red light. So red is coming like this. That's why at last of rainbow you are getting red. Similarly, our violet is this. It go and coming. That is the reason at the top you are getting violet. Dear candidate, here only in one place total internal reflection happens. If it happens in two places, okay, twice if it happens, then the order of the color will be changed, because again red will go up, then it will start with red and end with violet. So that is the reason, based on the behavior of water droplets and chances of total internal reflection one times or two times, the color sequence may change. And as you have seen, when light is coming from the prism, it spread actually. It spread. That is the reason for rainbow also. For rainbow also, there will be a spread in the colors. Thank you. I think the things, whatever we have discussed, you understood and you take valuable notes.